learned from my producer that the property that I did for check your encoder setting keyframe intervals. It's recommended two. Ah, we have to find out what that means. But anyway, I just learned that the second property that I did, you guys could not hear me because I did not, I had my mute button off. So we're going to go back and we're going to look at that property again. I'm going to start with the video. Gonna start with the video. Here we go. Be right back. All right, I had to come back because this property here, along with my 413, are good, solid investments. So I had to come back so you guys can hear what I said in case you know somebody who is looking for investment property. So I'm not going to labor this. I'm just going to go through why I think this is a good, solid investment. One, a lot of the properties in the area that have been updated have been sold over $200,000. So I want to go through those properties again to show you why I think this is a good investment. Now, it may not be for your newbies, but if you have an investment group that work together, somebody's stronger here, somebody's a little weaker there, so you can work together if you don't think you could do this on your own. But let me tell you why it's good. All right. First of all, I always make sure, as I said in my 413 comparable homes conversation, I always try to make sure I find homes right around the subject property. Because again, investors are going to, not investors, but appraisers are going to look at homes to support your value in the area within a mile radius. They will step out, but sometimes, they want to make sure that they see a trend, a upward trend in either direction to be giving a good value for what the property is worth. So we're going to start off with the first two homes that have sold. I've got to grab my paper. Now, this one on 7709 Hamlin required some work. It required some work, and it was only like 900 square feet. So my property is listed, that I have is listed for 149.9. This one's closed for 155,000, which tells me that where my client has the property listed is really in a good place for it to be for the kind of work that needs to be done. And it does need some work. Since I wasn't heard, it does need to be updated. It needs the kitchen The bathrooms he did do some update. He did update a few of the bathrooms, but obviously a contractor or investor is going to look at how can he merge what he wants to do with the flavor of what he has planned for that property. But the fact is, he's done some updateness on the bathrooms. The basement it needs to be the basement needs some work, but the furnace, the electrical, and the water tank has been updated within the last 5 years. So those are good. Now, we'll need some new windows, but again, for the what needs to be done on the property and the amount that he's selling it for, I think it's a very good price. But looking at this one here, just want to show you, it's kind of it had some outdateness going on, but for the area, that was still a good buy. Let's see, hit the wrong arrow. The kitchen was updated slightly, but the bathrooms, let me see, that I had to get more pictures. The bathroom, I think the bathrooms weren't, or the bathroom wasn't because I'm going back and forth here. All right, here we go. Yes, the bathroom wasn't updated. The home needed some more spruceness in terms of painting. What contractors, investors are doing to give it a more pop and circumstance with their, with the way that the property needs to just pop. Let's see. Still, again, like I said, nothing really just, really popping out about this house, but the simple fact that it's in a great location. And it sold for 155. So again, like I said, the second bathroom, it said it only had one bathroom. That looks like it has two. Oh, it does. Two bathrooms. So both bathrooms are not updated. The basement is, typical looking basement. So it doesn't have any, nothing really spectacular going on. So there again, like I said, looks like the water tank in the furnace seems to be in pretty good condition. All right, so typical garage. So this one again sold for 155. So to let you know, my client is still in the ballpark at asking 149.9. Moving on to the next one, 7708 Walcott. Now this one here really had some pop going on. It sold April of this year. And for 265 square footage. Let's see, it didn't mention the square footage in this house. No, it sure didn't. Did mention the square footage. That's always good to know. But anyway, let's see what this property had. Again, like I said, investors redid the floors. It looks like hardwood floors that they refurnished to me. The kitchen has been updated. Yes, quite a bit. The stainless steel appliances, those go along. I don't know why it keeps jumping. Okay, there we go. Keeps jumping somewhere else. But as you see, the kitchen has been updated, very nicely updated. So kitchen, people ask what adds value to the house. Of course, kitchens. But I will say only adds value if the value is there in the market. A lot of people may think, okay, our homes are going a certain amount, and then they want to put a kitchen in there and expect what they spent for the kitchen, they're going to get it right back. It depends on location and what's going on in terms of property values. So, it's always good if you can buy low and sell high. All right, so pretty much I think I showed all the goodies in this property for 265. Yeah, well, it has jacuzzi, nice bathroom with a double sink. So 265. That was a pretty hefty price tag. But and they also finished the basement. Yes, the basement was finished with nice clean walls, which makes for additional living space. So, I mean, it's always good if you can do something with that basement. But there are some different things that people are doing, and we'll talk about it in the next couple of frames. Where, yes, still nice bathroom in the basement. So, did this have three bathrooms? This had no two full baths. Okay, two full baths. All right, next on to the next property. So we can look at some other things that are going on that's strong in the pending homes. Now, this one sort of took most of the space, but this was a 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1,100 square feet of living space. Let's, nope, didn't want to do that. Want to go down. There we go. There's the arrow. Let's look at some of the things that was included in this home. It looks like it was a very well kept property. Bathrooms were updated. Nicely landscaped. Kitchen was pretty updated. Wasn't a huge kitchen, but it was updated. Nonetheless, updated. Bedrooms just looks as if I don't know, the hardwood floors just sort of step out for me. Hardwoods are just hard they cost more, and if you can restore them, yes, but as I said earlier, people are doing different things with this new kind of flooring and doing away with the traditional hardwood floors. The basement really wasn't finished. It was kind of a dated basement, but still in fact, what the seller at least is pending at 200,000. So it'll be interesting to see what that closes at. All right, next on the stage is this one here. The one on 7657. That's really that one sticks out to me like a sore thumb because it's very similar to to my seller's home, and with the only difference is it's been updated. So this is contingent at 254.9, and it isn't that far from my seller's listing. Let's see what bells and whistles are in here. All right. Let's see. Basically, nice, clean looking house outside as well. But on the inside, this is what people live inside. Outside is great. Don't get me wrong. You want to make sure your landscape is tight to give you that great curb appeal. So that's always good, and it does add value. Landscaping does add value. But here we are. We have where the investor has updated the floors, nice, clean white walls, a little bit of what do you call that? Centered walls, or you call it the core wall. I can't think of the word right now because it's late. It's late. So, but hopefully I'm still making sense. These obviously this was staged, so you can get an idea what the living room, dining room looked like. This here again, same layout as my client's listing, same layout, and with the 2 bedrooms upstairs, beautiful floors. They have improved on, and I'm trying to think of the word because it's late, but they had upgraded the flooring. I think this looks like the hardwood floors. They just made it a dark maple color. Same in the bedrooms. They put down, you know what? I won't be surprised if this is an epoxy flooring in this kitchen. It would have been interesting for me to take a look at it, just for my knowledge. But nonetheless, the kitchen is updated. Of course, it's supposed to be at 254.9. That's just a given. With the stainless steel appliances. Not a huge kitchen, but hey, when you got bells and whistles going, people want that, and they'll pay for it. Depending on the area. This is just more updated bathrooms. I see that the gray and beige was their colors. Let's see. What else They had more pictures. Okay, here we go. More pictures. Okay, bathroom updated. Now, this is what I was talking about that I missed earlier when it wasn't when you weren't hearing my voice. But this floor, this is what a lot of investors are doing. They're not necessarily doing the whole gut and put in cabinets and things of that nature and carpeting and things of that. They're doing an epoxy, and that really brings out your basement. Getting painting the ceiling to sort of match with the floors. You can really spend I mean, don't get me wrong, epoxy is not a cheap process because you can pay anywhere between, depending on the amount of floor, you can pay anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000, depending on you get the right stuff. Some people like the shortcut, but if you're gonna do it right, it's gonna cost you anywhere between 3 to 4, depending on how much you're going to be doing. So, but this really looks nice. My husband and I are going back and forth and tit and tatting about what if this is what we want to do in the basement. But nonetheless, this is just more pictures, more pictures, more pictures. Yes, more pictures. Yes, more pictures. And it's not, like I said, not a whole lot that had to go into getting the basement in an attractive way. So anyway, that's what I wanted to come back and tell you. My active listing is mine. That's my client listed for 149.9, which again, 1,143 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. Actually, people say 3, and it's a great canvas for an investor who is looking for an opportunity to get a good deal and then turn around and put their flavor in it to resell it. So anyway, that's what you missed. And sorry for the mess up, the screw up, but at least I wanted to come back and tell you about the house on 7823 South Seeley. I just want to say good night. Thank you if you came back. If you didn't, please share. I'm going to have to edit this so I can put all this together so it can make sense. But nonetheless, everybody, peace out. Take care. And I'm not going to go out with any music. Good night.